Let's let the whole chord know. Going live. Okay, let's get this going. We need to thoroughly jack up our Kingdra for this fight. Mm-mm. All right, let's go. Choice Scarf, Excadrill, Dragon Fang, Hydra, Magnet, Amphi, Adon, hello, hello, welcome in. How are you today? Celise, welcome. You were giving me a hard time, Sleaze. Like, oh, but you gonna risk one crit? Just so you know, we risk a crit on turn 2. On turn 2, that's how quickly we're gonna get into the fiction. Should be fun. Down to 48. I know the hate. Look, that's okay. They hate me because they ain't me, and every doubter is someone to prove wrong. This is not the road to affiliate. This is the road to champion. It's okay. Even if I have 50 followers, I'm not affiliate. I don't have enough consistent viewers. The sheet. It's not about the sheet either. It's just about beating the game. Someone has to decide for me to be on the sheet. I just need to win. Certainly. Certainly it will. Alright, we need to royally jack up this Kingdra's moveset. This is gonna make no sense. I just want you to trust the Force. Oh, my B. What will I do if they don't approve of me? This game does suck without Protect Mons. We actually did not have a Protect Mon until after Norman on this very run. Where are you that you don't have any Protect Mons? All right, we have that. Great. You have what you need. $115. Yeah, I did 115 delay once in my life. I delayed it for Jellicent. And then, well, sorry, there's some history there. I wiped 2 Space Tag because I didn't have Conkeldurr or a Water Spout user, or really I didn't have anything that could live more than a turn in that fight. And so I was like, I don't ever want to lose a run because I missed Octillery. That's crazy. What a stupid reason to lose a run. So I delayed 115 against my better judgment, pulled Jellicent, so I had my Water Spout user and used it once in the entire run. And said, okay, screw that noise. I'm never delaying again. Gotcha. Watson. Yeah. I would say you can navigate Protectless for a while. And right before Flan, you get your Protect guy guaranteed. Hopefully you have something that learns Protect along the way, like Togi or Obstagoon, something. Yeah, spend what you need to on Watson. If you can get 4 badges, you got a shot. All right. Kingdra needs multiple things here. Look one more time at this moveset. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Turtle is the undisputed GOAT of that fight. If you have like Eldegoss or Speed Control, it can take 5. Right? It's almost never gonna do the Rotom. I guess there's like crazy worlds where you could speed drop it and smack down it, but I've had Turtle take 5 with Speed Control on Lantern. That and you're always spending that Synth Scale, right? It's only a question of when you spend it. You're going to need it for Norman anyway, so to me, it's just like there's no reason to delay it. There are a few truths in the world when you run Turtle. 1, you're risking a crit on CRR. 2, you will need Synthesis. All right. That's one thing. Now we gotta go, where is it, here? Yeah. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. You can manage without protect. I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm telling you it can be done. And the game guarantees you a protect bot at Flannery. Goodbye, Dragon Pulse. There's no such thing as about Eldegoss. Does not exist. 0 HP minimum defense, Eldegoss, still a goat. It's harder without protect, but you can. My memory serves me, there's only one double battle prior to your guaranteed protect Pokemon that's more than 4 Pokemon. Oh no, there's 2. There's the Tailwind double and there's the Gengar sleep span double. Those I think can be tricky. Everything else, you should be able to just set up some pivots, right? It doesn't take that many turns to clear one side in a 4 Pokemon battle. Truthfully, I thought it would be harder, and then this run taught me so much about how to manage without protect. I ended up not bringing protect to other double battles along the way because it actually made my lines less clunky. Yeah, Emolga double, I don't think you ever use protect on Emolga double. You use fake out, you bomb the Emolga, and then you just navigate from there. I can't remember the last time I clicked protect on that battle. All right, one more thing on Kingdra here. Where is it? This is truly a Kingdra set of all time. What do you think, Jay? Do you see the vision? Do you see the vision? Oh, God. I don't think the vision is clear at all. It's barely clear to me. Okay. But I've done what I can. If I'm wrong on the bait order, things will go very, very badly, and this will be very, very bloody. And we've only brought 1 Pokemon that we want to lose. Oh yeah, this is probably the riskiest fight I've had on purpose in I don't even know. Maybe the Aqua Hideout Noivern battle. That one was pretty risky, but not many people were here for that. Not much was risky in Magma Hideout. Not much was risky in Erratic Weather. Yeah. Most of my risks have been mistakes. I haven't had just like a if we get crit, things go off the rails type of battle in a while. All right, I'm gonna double check all of these items and moves. Chesto Berry, good. This one's the most important. This Kingdra set is so critical for dumb reasons, but it is. I'll show you in a second. I want to double check the team first. Hydreigon, Dragonfang, yes. Golisopod level 91. Lumberry, yes. Choice Scarf, Excadrill, Magnet, I hope this works. I hope this works. If it works, whether we fraud or not, The bones of the line, I think, are really cool. So let's get back to Sootoplis, and let's just roll what we roll. All right. You asked the question, how have I spent my scales? I have spent my scales like this. I scaled U-turn on Beedrill for a gym trainer in Dewford, and then did not use Beedrill on Brawly. Hilarious. But obviously Beedrill U-turn is arguably the most valuable scale in all of the game. So no complaints. I scaled Togi U-turn to barely get past Shell. I did Synth Torterra and a Candy on Watson. I had to scale Barascu to special attack to beat Bridge Rival, pretty riskless. I scaled attack and boom on Cloyster for Pyre Tag. I needed Excadrill speed for... I needed 4 scales to beat Maxi 2 in Hellroom. I needed speed on Noivern and Excadrill. I needed sticky webs on Araquanid, and I needed U-turn. All of those scales have been useful since that point, but super expensive. Obligatory Kecleon roleplay to beat Tate and Liza, and then we needed Conkeldurr attack on Space Tag. We needed Beedrill defense for a line that never happened because we totally played ourselves in Seafloor Cavern, but steered out of it. And then I needed a Hydreigon speed and special attack for other things in Seafloor Cavern. That's what I've spent so far. Beedrill defense. You scale... I am definitely not the poster child for scale efficiency. I am a believer in fight the fight in front of you and deal with what's next. I may do encounters and other routing differently, but Beedrill defense was not for baiting. Beedrill, this was I have so many dumb scales. Beedrill defense was so that I lived spikes plus max roll crit struggle from Swampert in Seafloor Cavern Grunt 2. How's that for a niche interaction? I never thought I'd need a scale to live struggle, but that's what we needed. I know, but think of it. Think about all the people that are losing their minds over that. Right? I'm spending scales like that, and I have so many scales left. I ask you to look at it a different way. Every other runner you've ever seen who pulls a non-plus attacker plus speed Beedrill scales attack, scales adamant. Well, I didn't. So I have 3 free Beedrill scales to play with. One of them went on Barascuda for HP Ice, one of them went on Beedrill for defense. That means I got 1 extra scale. So it's all good. My Beedrill defense is the most efficient Beedrill scale you've ever seen, is what I'm saying, other than U-turn. Alright, jokes aside, my run, my way. Let's get into this fight, because I have probably only an hour to stream, and I do want to get as far as I can. It comes into play a lot, truthfully. I think it forces me to be better at using Beedrill. It comes into play a lot on the back-to-back fight that comes up soon as well. My argument is that you are using Beedrill for U-turn and chip more than you are for just obliterating things in one shot. There are a few really important ranges that my Beedrill doesn't hit. Most of those are behind us. There is one more in this gym that I have a really cope answer for. I would love to have my Beedrill be adamant just for this one fight, but every other one it's been fine. I think it forces me to be creative. Um, so I don't mean better than other players. I mean, it forces me to be a better player that I have to. I mean, how many times have you heard me on stream talk about how my range on some fight gets there by 2 or 3 HP, right? We are like stringing together these tiny little death by 1,000 cuts lines sometimes where it's like Togedemaru, Iron Barbs, Fake Out, Spiky Shield, Pivot Beedrill, and then KO with a U-turn by 4 HP. Like, I feel like I've said that 6 or 7 times. Yeah. I don't think the payoff for the 3 scales is that valuable. If it were 1 scale, it would be worth it, but Beedrill's a top 3 Pokemon in the game with decent attack and decent speed, which mine came with from the get-go. So why would I spend 3 scales to take an already top-notch Mon and make it 10% better? I think if you get minus speed or minus attack, the scales are worth it. All right, here we go. Bethany. All right, you see the lead, which means you know what I'm clicking on turn 1. This is a rain fight. Swimmer Bethany, known demon. We had a lot of better answers if we had picked up our 86% Durant and hit the 50-50 for Swarm, but we didn't in Sootoplis. We have a Flabibi. So instead, we need to do something else. I've never seen this fight done with sticky webs. I'm sure I'm not the first, but I will be the next. We have one of the problems with this Politoed, other than its eject button, it has hypnosis and it has inaccurate moves. So it's really hard to consistently get the order you want to set up all the sticky webs magic. All right, hypnosis turn 1 is actually the best outcome. We have a Chesto Berry. Araquanid may come back later, but it's done dealing damage. Our Araquanid is too slow for us to eject this right now. Sticky webs are up, so job done. Now we go to Kingdra. We have royally destroyed our Kingdra's set. It no longer has access to a dragon move. We've deleted all the water moves. In the rain battle, we have done this intentionally because we need the next Pokemon to come in to be Seismitoad, and Seismitoad specifically. And this set allows us to play around a couple of random situations down the line. Importantly, -1 Swagger TM. That's right. Welcome in, V Colt. We go Kingdra on Hydro Pump or Hypnosis. Hydro Pump crit is an instant steer. Instant steer. Don't just show me Hypnosis. Let's go. Hypnosis is great. This is why we deleted our water moves. If we had kept Dragon Pulse, we would outdamage the Seismitoad by 1%. We can't have that happen. Kingdra has clutched up one of the 2 times it needs to clutch up in this fight. Now, we need to do a tiny amount of chip to this Politoed. I have my phone ringing right now. Hold on. Whew. Sorry about that. Okay. We need to do a tiny amount of chip to this thing, but we're sniper. If we do too much chip, we also screw up the baiting order. Ooh, I'm breathing hard. Excuse me. So close. We're going to click Ice Beam. Freeze would be amazing, but either way, we're going to trigger eject button here. This does 10%. That's all we need. Kingdra, you're the GOAT! You are the freaking GOAT, Kingdra. God, if it defrosts, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, Kingdra wants to live. All right, Seismitoad is sticky webbed. This is, most of the time, talk about the ideal outcome. Hypnosis into Hypnosis into Freeze. Come on. It's still not free. There's just, it can defrost. And if it now it's like defrost crit is terrible. But this is ideal. That's how you know it was a sketchy line, that everything goes right and it's still not perfect. This is Earth Power, Power Whip, and -1 Seismitoad is now slower than a Hydreigon, who's going to come in and live 2 crits of any move. The only thing, Kingdra needed to make sure this wasn't Sludge Bomb as well, because Sludge Bomb crit poison was disaster. Let's go. Shouldn't matter. HP on this should not matter at all. But it feels good. Okay. Next we Draco Meteor. This is Focus Sash. We have the Dragon Fang, so that Draco Meteor into U-turn just kills. Oh, it's fiction now. But so was literally everything that happened on Shelly. D-Colt, not sure you saw that one, but we got crit 7 times on Admin Shelly, including double crit on Azu through our Misty Seed. Brutal. Brutal. Every single Pokemon that took damage got crit. Did I mention it was deathless? Huge Misty Seed value. Now we U-turn. We definitely did some balling, though. All right, now we go Golisopod. Golisopod is only dead to 1 Pokemon. This is not an original part of the line. It's just an unusual way to set it up. Golisopod is dead to Electrode, and Golisopod KOs Electrode. Feed him to me. Let's go. Very cool. This Electrode is static, so when we KO with First Impression, we have to have a Lumberry, because if we static procced, if we got the Paralysis, this would be Copperajah next, clicking Stealth Rocks, and we can't have that. Yes! Now, Overquill, Swift Swim, but -1 speed. We have a ground type that can do 95%. Excadrill, max attack Excadrill does not ever have killing rolls on this, or doesn't have a guaranteed kill. And I am not risking Excadrill to a range. And it's like a 75% range, which is not good at this point in the game. We need a tiny bit of chip. Well, we have our terrible minus defense, min defense Golly that takes so much damage from Gunk Shot that it always ejects. So we do a minimal amount with Sucker Punch. We get hit with a Gunk Shot, right? Yeah. And we eject into our Choice Scarf Excadrill. Come on. Choice Scarf Excadrill outspeeds -1 Swift Swim over Quill and does 95% with Earthquake. Demon down, no damage taken. We needed this specific setup. We needed Politoed, never dead to any rolls from us, and us always we needed Choice Scarf so that we outsped for Alligator. We needed Politoed not dead to Excadrill so we could come back in at this moment for slow kill. We show killed a Copperajah, so it's still stuck in the back waiting. Politoed is now slowed down. This is guaranteed Hydro Pump. If I were a real baller, I would go to Ampharos right now, but that's a fat L. I got to think about this now. Ice Beam makes this scarier because if we get like Defrost Hypnosis, it's insane. Okay. Okay. Think about this. I think I have the HP to do this. I actually think it's hard Amphi. So what we were supposed to do is go take a bunch of damage on Kingdra and get ourselves into one of two situations, Kingdra asleep or Kingdra in range of Focus Blast. In either of those conditions, we wouldn't have to sack Kingdra, and we could just bring our Ampharos in. Because Ampharos has to chain kill for Alligator and Politoed right now. So as much as this seems like it's great and everything went well, what are my odds here? I think the odds are still saying go to Politoed. Sorry, go to Ampharos. If we go hard Ampharos and it turn 1 wakes up, which I forget what the odds are on sleep wake up. I guess it's 1 in 3 to wake up here. Oh no, it's defrost. This is 20% to defrost. So it'd be 20% to defrost into Hypnosis hit would be disaster. Oh, it can't Hypnosis hit. So it'd be only Hydro Pump hit crit. I think we just go hard Ampharos. The other option. Are you in range? 209. No. The other option was Hydreigon. That's not going to work. I don't want to wait for it to wake up. That seems bad. We ball. Sleaze, you got me, right, homie? You got me, right? No! Don't crit. We hold. Goated nickname. All right. More balling may be in order. We're in rain. Thunder cannot miss. With the sticky web speed drop, Ampharos outspeeds. And with the chip, we KO. There is only one Pokemon in the back that outspeeds me. Everybody has a kill now. Guys, it was fiction. 20% into 80% hit into 1 in 16 crit. We were never dead to any rolls of non-crit. Feraligatr in Sticky Web is outsped by base plus speed Ampharos. some of the time, but it's 100% of the time right now. Thunder, magnet boosted, just KOs. Peace out, you piece of shit. Sheer force asshole. This fight has too many demons. And now we have to, one more time, figure out a way to steer. A little bit. I need to see about ranges here. So, it is slower than us. And we have another range that we need to confirm. I think we have the, I think because everything else went well, I think we're going to have the HP to steer this. There's in the worst case, which we're kind of in now all of a sudden, we could go for Thunder Paralysis here, and he is still, actually no, we're not doing that because all of his moves kill. On the original line, this was going to be guaranteed Earthquake or Stealth Rocks 50-50. Now we're dead to everything. And so, step one is to prevent Ironhead. And we prevent Ironhead by going to Kingdra. Come on, Kingdra, you can clutch up one more time, right? Excellent. Kingdra is dead to Earthquake. Kingdra is not dead to any rolls of anything. Stealth Rocks is the most likely outcome, but Rock Slide and Earthquake are fine. We just needed to not get Ironhead on this turn. Oh, don't do that. Let's make sure we're not dead to crit here. Crit Rock Slide. Crit Rock Slide, max roll into Hydreigon is 193. This is Rock Slide, or Earthquake, or Stealth Rock. Excellent. Once again, we have a range. Excadrill just doesn't quite do the damage. It's a single roll this time, but we don't like ranges that cost us Pokemon. This is guaranteed Ironhead. I'm on paternity leave, you douche. I'm raising a family. Can't you see that? I just need to get affiliates so I can buy them food with all this Twitch money. This is never Earthquake. We're only ever dead to Earthquake. It was so critical that Excadrill took no damage. Most of the usual Overquill lines risk, like, drop in to get throat chopped. We couldn't have that. All right, with the U-turn chip, Choice Scarf, Earthquake, KOs. Bethany defeated. Let's go. This fight was so hard to plan. My God. But boy, is it satisfying. Bethany is harder than Juan. I don't even think that's a hot take. Known demon for sure. Beth is ass. Yep. Yeah, let's put it this way. It took me, I mean, in fairness, I couldn't have streamed anyway. It took me a day and a half to find a good line. A line at all that could beat Bethany, regardless of how many sacks I tried to add in. And it took me 20 minutes to plan Juan today. And Juan is significantly less risky. that's now we do have a sack for Juan. We will not be doing it deathless. We just don't have the Dragapult to do that. Yeah, that for Alligator is insane. There are almost no Pokemon that could switch in. Funny enough, Ampharos actually has the defensive bulk to also switch in on Ice Punch, which we could bait. We had other lines where Hydreigon did the eject to start the battle and just got for Alligator right away. But I'm not kidding you when I say the only order of that battle that I could win consistently was the order we got. That's why I had to mess up my entire Kingdra for it. Chismo, I think you came in late. Check out this. This is definitely a Kingdra set. Bam. Yeah, we have to sack. But in fairness, we're going to sack Glalie, which is like addition by subtraction. Our box will be stronger for Glalie's absence in it. All right. Next fight is supposed to be free. You just have to play around the discharge rising voltage nonsense. Yeah. Well, we needed a non-damaging move, and we needed a non-damaging move in case. So we taught Natural Gift. If he got put to sleep, we could click Natural Gift and it would fail. If we got crit turn 1, then Kingdra had to just stay in until it was in Seismitoad kill range, because one crit put us in Overquill range and messed up the baiting. So we would have just, if we got crit turn 1, we would have gone back to Araquanid. We would have taken damage until we went to sleep, and then we would have gone back to Kingdra, taken as much, and tried to eject it out. So it was not. We did not have good counterplay. Glalie is ass, absolutely. Oh, here before we go into the next battle, let me show you how ass Glalie is. Because Juan has a Glalie, right? You're like, ooh, Mega Glalie, cool. One of the things I thought is, well, hey, I have a level 56 Glalie, so maybe I could actually bait a kill turn 1 of this battle on this Inner Focus Glalie using my own Glalie, and that would be the first time in history we found it something useful for it, right? Because Glalie would bait close combat and ideally return. Well, here's the thing. Level 93 Glalie with max attack still cannot one-shot my level 56 Glalie. 37 levels of difference and 102 base power move aren't enough for Glalie to have a killing role on a Pokemon. What is that? Pathetic. So I stand by the take. The box will be better because we got dropped Glalie. Jay is ass. So true. But he's our ass. All right. I'm so fired up, I don't remember what my line is for this at all, so let's take a peek. All right. Piece of paper says Assault Vest Excadrill leads and one-shots the pincushion. That looks great. We're in singles, electric terrain. He dies, Custat Berry is a meme, and then the first Pokemon that sees a kill on us and is faster is Hydreigon. Hydreigon Earthquake specifically. Ooh, do I care about Aquatail overlap? I missed that in planning. Yeah. Yes, Jay, go live. I'm gonna be raiding out in less than 30 minutes for sure. So go live, somebody. Chismo, mild high cell phone stream. You got it. Jay is working. I'm working too. I'm working on the run. All right. And then my line says, hey, let's go to AV Hydreigon as well. I don't think this line works anymore. If we take an Aqua Tail, does the line stay intact? You outdamage me. You will never outdamage me. You will never outdamage me. You might. Okay, so that would be kind of bad. If we take an Aqua Tail and we KO this thing with Draco Meteor, then we can get Silvally Ice Beam. Nick, I think you typed what you meant to type. Oh God, y'all are the best, the greatest. All right. Hey, Cheesemo, I think you got this. Do you know? So I'm aware that the Raichu, if I were to just go Noivern, I know that Raichu will come in next because it will see itself, it'll think that I'm grounded and see Rising Voltage. But once it's on the field, does it know it can't do Rising Voltage damage to me? Because I can't let it set up. And I'm pretty sure that if I think I know the bug, I think it will do switch AI based on assuming I'm grounded, and then it will get on the field and go, ooh, I can't kill you. Let me click Nasty Plot. What a disappointment. So, all right, now we need a new line because I don't know how that bug works well enough. All right, the other option was Assault Vest Ursa. We just KO. And then I don't think anything sees a kill. 2, 3, 4. Jay fixing a boat shirtless. There are worse things in this world. Am I right? All right, we go to Beedrill on multi-attack or workup. Workup only. Yeah, we know this from Combuskin. I don't have to look that up. All right, Jay fixes a boat in a shirt and then tears it off, glistening in the sun. What does OSHA have to say about that? Jay, here's one of those plus attack Beedrill situations. If I were max attack plus attack Beedrill, I could U-turn KO the Silvally, but instead I have to click Leech Life like a bum. And then I'll get Raichu Rising Voltage, which I'm cool with. Ooh, you know what I didn't think about before? For good reason. This is a bad idea. We will continue not thinking about it. Don't mind me. What we need to do is consistently break this guy's sash. I think that's Hydreigon. Yeah, Assault Vest Hydreigon takes Rising Voltage, no problem. We U-turn break the Sash. We don't care what happens. We go to Shifu. Shifu Sucker Punch KOs. Is full HP. Silvalley's dead. We'll get Aurasphere Terrain Pulse. Yeah, we'll get Aurasphere Terrain Pulse from Claw. Oh, no, don't do that. Yeah, OBX, right, Jay? I have never been, but I have heard great things. Okay. So close. Do we need Assault Vest on you? Oh, wait a minute. We're acting like we already killed Hydreigon. So when we KO with Urshifu, we're getting Draco Meteor. We are not getting what I said before. Oh, I'm a foolish man. Trying to throw. Well, surely Azu can beat this. The Outer Banks is a very popular vacation spot in North Carolina. So it's like beachfront properties. Never been very much loved. And North Carolina gets amazing weather for like most of the year. Quentin, welcome in. Bethany went cinema, I guess. We needed Kingdra to clutch up. Kingdra did in the most terrifying way. We froze the Politoed with Ice Beam, which made us switch in our Ampharos in a position we otherwise wouldn't have. And the thing defrosted, clicked Hydro Pump, and hit it. And if it crit, there was a very real chance that we wiped or lost like 4 Pokemon. We didn't. So it's okay. We got through, but it defrosted, and it hit Hydro Pump. So we missed some checks along the way. But we got out Deathless. We had a cool little sticky web line. Feels good. All right. Azu, where are you in the box? I haven't seen you in a minute. Surely you don't get crit on this fight, right, buddy? So we can just switch Azu in and click like a... Even Life Orb doesn't even do it. So we need Specs. We don't have another choice item. Specs Draining Kiss always KOs, which is cool. And always baits Terrain Pulse, which is also cool. The question is, can I afford the HP on Hydreigon if I don't have a Soft Vest on Raichu? And the answer is yes. So we'll just Citrus Berry there. Love to see it. Usually Hydreigon like chains in this fight. We're just going to use it as a pivot. So we get Azu, Draining Kiss. Even if we get Iron Tail Defense dropped, we'll always be at full HP. So let's just make sure the bait's the same with the defense drop. Yeah, everybody's a special attacker. So we're always baiting exactly Terrain Pulse Claw, which is great. Terrain Pulse Claw means we can go into Electrode, and now it can use the Life Orb item, because nobody else has that. And on the Life Orb Thunderbolt, we always KO. And then Life Orb Thunderbolt also shows fast 2-shot to Slowking, so we just like Volt Switch, He can't Calm Mind. We do 30%. And Urshifu says goodbye to his life. That's pretty good. Another unnerved bear moment. I took it personal when maybe it was Chismo. Somebody on their stream the other day was like, "Man, it feels like everybody in the whole court pulls Guts Bear," and I'm like, "Poor me. Ivy Wing can't pull no darn Guts Bears. It's life." Unnerve Bear is so sad because every single situation where Unnerve is valuable, that's in a single battle, Facade would have just obliterated that Pokemon anyway. So it's like there's not even like the only niche scenario where it's better is if you are switching in Unnerve on a double battle and the other Pokemon is what's taking advantage of Unnerve. That has not happened in this run. Yeah. Look, I just get different luck than other guys. Some people get a lot of Guts Bears. My Togedemaru luck has been fantastic. Not just getting the static pulls all the time, but specifically getting them with good stats that like outspeed the Togekiss. Even though mine's a minus attack, it has good IVs in attack and has managed to kill a lot of things. Base Ampharos chain kill late game. You love to see that. You love to see that. Ah, the Facade button. We have not used the Facade TM. We have pulled 4 different Pokemon that get Guts, and none of ours got Guts. That's why we have an Iron Fist Hitmonchan. Even our Tyrogues aren't Guts. Okay, we need Assault Vest on you, and we need Choice Specs on you. That means we need 2 new items. I already have that item with me. What? Assault Vest Ursa? Yes, it is. We have, I like and hate the line all at once. It's got some, I don't think fiction's the word. I've never seen it consistent, and mine ain't consistent either. We have a line, and we will see how it goes. Oh, my Azu's level 90. Is that fine? Yeah, it's fine. It's 89 in the calc. We're super dead to Terrain Pulse, so the HP, the level doesn't matter. But we will update it. Okay. Urshifu, do you need an item? I don't think so. We're going to give Urshifu a Rostberry in case we screwed up the line and it needs... Actually, we'll go Lum. We have enough Lum berries to be playing like that. Alright. I'm going to look at the line one more time. Alright, we lead you. We click that. It KOs. And and nothing can KO us. Do I even need this? I don't think I need the item, but we're gonna keep it. Okay. We bait what we want. Just guaranteed move out of you. Well, one of two moves. We take it, we KO, we outspeed you, we underspeed you. Yeah. Well, I'll do you one better. I've never had the pleasure of clicking the facade button on Ursaluna. I have had a small number of Guts bears, and most of them never got to evolve into Ursaluna. I have clicked 0 Guts boosted facades with him. Once I had a Lopunny that got to do Guts facade things, and it felt amazing. But never on Bear. I've never had an Altaria. That's not true. I had an Altaria once and immediately wiped the expert Kevin. So it came to one battle and died. All right, we are assuming that a Raichu Alolan Raichu sees its speed as boosted prior to switch in. Otherwise, we would get Hydreigon. Oh no, Hydreigon can never come in. And we get Slowking Psychic, and then we could probably just set up a U-turn KO. So this is, I think this is still fine. We'll deal with it if it happens. Yeah, Altaria does look fun. The old Mega into an immunity is pretty awesome. I feel good with just when I do Ampharos Mega into a Water Resist. That feels awesome to me. I can't imagine how much better it feels with that. All right. Probably got to do this fight and then raid out. Unfortunately, just ran out of time. Kind of bummed my other line didn't work. My other line had a nice little Galvantula chain kill in it. Just couldn't account for Aquatail overlap. All right, we Earthquake and delete the Pincurchin. There are three more fights, but one is a back-to-back without healing in between. And then Juan. So there's Juan, there's a double battle, there's the back-to-back, which is so 4 total trainers. Unnerve. All right, this is Sil Valley for workup or multi-attack grass. We go Beedrill. All right, even if we get max roll crit, we will always heal back to full. Because we don't have totally mixed up Beedrill, we have to KO with Leech Life and not U-turn. All right, if Raichu sees its speed as boosted on switch in, we will get Raichu here for fast KO Rising Voltage. If it doesn't, then we get Galarian Slow King guy. I haven't picked up all of the scales in a hot minute, so I think I have access to like 15 total more. I only have 2 in the bag. All right. We go to Hydreigon. Yeah, we've got a good number. This is it's because I don't do any nature changes. All right, please don't do bad damage that's like boosted by a bug. Yay. Yeah, so I could hit 3 extra ranges. Awesome. Classic Ape Runner. Spend your scales, bro. I will on the E4. It'll be cinema. This can be setup or rising voltage again. We do an insane amount of damage with U-turn to this thing. We go to Urshifu. Urshifu KOs with Sucker Punch. All right, this is guaranteed Draco Meteor for fast KO. We go to Fat Camp Prim. Oh, it's so ugly when the blue bar is filled up like that. Choice Specs Draining Kiss KOs and heals to full. Give me that. Choice Specs, quad super effective, still barely KOs. All right, but nicely, consistently baiting our electric move here. Oh, we're edged. All right, and again, this is only ever Terrain Pulse. Azu actually walls the rest of this thing's set. And on Terrain Pulse, we can go to our Quad Resist Defensive Electrode, of course. And take 30-ish%. Electrode with a Life Orb. KOs with Thunderbolt. Yeah, leftovers don't matter. Huge level up. Let's go. And then all that's left is this sad little electric seed guy. Raises defense and does not help you. All right, this is guaranteed psychic. But we would switch in on random move here and KO. And then Wicked Blow ignores the defense boost. Because apparently you get crit through seeds in terrain. I don't know if you guys know that, but you got to play around the crits. Otherwise, things go bad for you. All right. That went well. Who would have thought I could cook a fight in 10 minutes? Was this early game? But somebody's got to stream while y'all are all taking vacations. Nick out here working. Shout out to Nick for doing more than a 20-minute stream today. A real homie. All right. Now we're at the back-to-back. And I do not feel good about it. But we have what we have. I don't think I'm going to run in quickly, though. That seems like a poor idea. This is not the fight to go fast. So we're going to tease a little bit. We're just going to show you the team. This is another one of those, why don't you just scale the nature moments? Max attack adamant dark Urshifu goes crazy on this fight, but we don't have that. So yeah, not to mention it makes the first fight terrible. We have a really good lead for the first fight, and that means we have to do some negotiating for the second. I did not consider. Could I do a different? I don't think so. No. No, I cannot. Okay. So here are the 6 in order. We're going to bring Beedrill, shocker. Beedrill might be the best lead in the game for this back-to-back. And then we're going to bring Breloom, my goat. We're going to bring Urshifu. Oh, Glalie. Glalie is in Safari Zone Rock Smash Encounter Pool. It's also in Granite Cave Ice Room Rock Smash, I believe. Well, you get Snorunt there. So, I wanted to save my Cloyster for Hellroom Garchomp on Maxi 2, so I went for Rock Smash 30% Golem. And then if I hit the Magnet Pole and the Golem, I would also have tried to get Metagross and Lilycove. But instead, we got Glalie. And Glalie's over here thinking about what it did by appearing in my box. It is our only inner Focusmon, so you would think there'd be some time I could use it in a double battle to get Fake Out guaranteed to the other slot. Nope. It just dies to everything. It's ass. It may be the worst Pokemon I've ever pulled. I don't think I can be exaggerating when it hasn't even had potential in the builder. Yeah. He's in jail with the like 1 in 1,000 Flabibi we pulled from Sootoplis. This was our we have Beedrill. We Repel Manipped. We led with a level 75 Pokemon. It was like 86% or 83% Durant and like 16% Sceptile or Grovyle, and then like 0% Flabibi. And we got level 75 Adamant Flabibi. So it's getting the Glalie treatment. We had a run of days where just like we got crit by every move. The encounters sucked, so I just stopped pulling them. Like I got mad at the encounters. I said I'd rather just delay things. I like the Pokemon I have anyway. It's a very childish approach, but it's mine. All right, who is the final Pokemon for this group? Oh, Arcanine. All right. Most of the risk, not most, There are two main risks on this back-to-back. And one of them is the Excelgor. We're going to use Beedrill to counter the Excelgor. And the expected result is we take Focus Blast plus Bug Buzz, and we defog Electro Web, U-turn KO it. If that happens, it's riskless. But if we get Focus Blast dropped, if he crits me, really high rolls, Focus Blast drop is really the main problem. If he crits me, Focus Blast miss is a problem. So anything, there's like two versions of the line that work out for me. But here's the thing. If we are not in range of Cryogonal Blizzard at the start of the second fight, because we don't have a crazy Beedrill, we're clicking U-turn, and we have no counterplay to Aurora Veil. If Veil goes up, I shouldn't say no counterplay. If Veil goes up, we immediately have to sack a Pokemon. And then we have to like Brick Break with Urshifu, so we're going to bring that. And then I don't even know what is. Oh, a Scarf Urshifu baits Electivire. So we have some counterplay. But the wipe condition is Aurora Veil, and the steer just doesn't go my way. The other thing that is really scary is that we need Togedemaru to chip this Sigilith. And so we specifically need a slow U-turn against air/flinch chance. We're going to get again, we're just going to flip some coins. We get 7 chances at it, and we're going to intentionally leave it at full HP so that it has a really good chance to Calm Mind. We need Fake Out plus U-turn plus Beedrill, Leech Life to guarantee KO it. Oh, not even. I need hold on. That may not even work. So yeah, this fight, I'm not going to do this fight right away because I want to ponder the lines one more time. Because it's shaky if it goes right, let alone if it goes off the rails. Thank you, T. Welcome in. We're going to be raiding out here in just a moment. But since I'm not going to do it now, I will walk through the line. So Miniature Beedrill is the lead. We're going to jack up our Beedrill set by teaching it Electro Web, which I think is hilarious on 15 special attack. So Beedrill is going to show fast KO with Liquidation Stone Edge, and we're going to Mega U-turn and switch in Shed Shell Breloom. Breloom takes roughly the same HP from both and is speed tied with Gothitelle, always showing Psychic KO. So crit and miss is all accounted for. Defense drop is fine. Breloom with the defense drop from weak armor will KO with Mach Punch, always. Get Gothitelle, we go Urshifu, and we clean house. Urshifu, even with its Choice Scarf, will always bait Focus Blast. Gothitelle is Psychic Gem, not Focus Sash. We go Beedrill. Beedrill takes a Focus Blast, clicks Electro Web to become faster. We hope it spikes on that turn. If it spikes or Bug Buzzes, we're fine. Focus Blast miss sucks. Focus Blast drop sucks. But we Electro Web, we defog if there are spikes up, and then we U-turn KO. We need Beedrill to be at a very specific HP for Fight 2, which is why we will not Leech Life unless we get crit and the math works out. Beedrill will then switch into what? I think Urshifu? Yeah, because Urshifu will bait... Hey Abe, gym's going well. We're deathless so far. I'm looking at the back-to-back before I head out. Who is? Oh, it's sorry. I go into Togedemaru to show Wishcash a KO. I fake out. I U-turn. And then Noivern. This is actually a pretty cute little thing. Noivern plus a dark type, if spikes aren't up, is just a guaranteed Wishcash, right? So I can just U-turn it, get Zen Headbutt into Urshifu. Urshifu always baits Earthquake. Both of them have fast 2 shots, so he can't set up. So we just get the Wishcash for free with a turn move. And then with the turn move set up, we can put Togi on the field, click Fake Out, take a Zing Zap into Urshifu, and KO with close combat. So we have Fight 1 is free except for Excelgor, but Excelgor, we need the pre-damage on Excelgor. The other way that we can get around it is if we get Beedrill to the right HP, or if we get dropped, we can like go to Noivern and then come back. So we have a little bit of counterplay if things go off track. So if everything goes according to plan, we'll get into Fight 2, and Cryogonal cannot click Aurora Veil on turn 1. So we'll go Beedrill U-turn. If we crit, we'll KO, and we have counterplay for that. If we don't crit, we go to Hammy with an Aspire Berry, and Hammy lives even Explosion crit and consistently baits the right mon. Explosion crit doesn't bait the right move, which would suck, but we'll deal with that. And by deal with that, I mean probably sack Breloom. But again, most of the time, we take an ice move, we KO with E-Speed, and we get Electivire for Focus Blast after the chip. We, again, need some extra damage. So we need to KO with a Leech Life, which means we need 4 ticks of Hail. And we'll just use the team to make that happen. Depending on Beedrill HP. Oh, we gotta put Hail up. Again, what we probably do is go to Noivern, fast U-turn, take some chip on even Togi. I don't know. We'll negotiate that in real time. That one's a bit of a steer. But again, the point is we need 2 Hail ticks. Because we don't want to KO with U-turn, we want to KO with Beedrill on the field. Beedrill with 1 tick of whatever. 1 tick of Ice, Hail, Chip, always baits Sigilif. We hard switch into Togi so that we don't deprioritize Calm Mind. Yeah, this is a problem. I don't think I can do that. I think I have to U-turn based on the range. I was thinking I needed to get to 70%, but Togedemaru doesn't do enough damage. I need to do... Yeah. Now, I might have enough damage with Noivern around. We'll see. We'll just have to play it by ear there. But whatever it is, what we need to do is KO Cryogonal with no Veil up, then Electivire, always baiting Sigilif, and we have to KO Sigilif with a turn move, and then Urshifu with a Choice Scarf and an attack scale, which we will spend to go to 31. We'll chain the back. So if you have max attack Adamant Urshifu, it can just take the front 2, switch out, you KO the Electivire with a turn move and KO the back 2. But again, we don't have that Urshifu. Unfortunately, I don't get the run the line right now. It's cooked. The double is cooked. Juan is cooked. So if I can come back later, I will. Ballpark would be about 9 p.m. Eastern, and I do like 90-minute stream, finish the gym, and get out of here. Thank you everyone for joining and making it fun. I am gonna look for a raid. We got Grammy. Grammy it is. See you soon, Monkey. Next time didn't hear where we are right now, so I'll catch you next time when you're streaming. Awesome.